Breaking news to get to tonight. Video showing people breaking into stores right in Center City, Philadelphia. Officers saying these people were not part of the protesters who were upset following a judge's dismissal of all charges against former Philadelphia police officer Mark Dial.
Yeah, people can be seen carrying arms full of merchandise after breaking into this Foot Locker on Chestnut Street.
Monday night, I'm Gray Hall with Shari Williams. The big story tonight on Action News is breaking news of reports of looting tonight on the streets of Philadelphia.
Well, this does come hours after city officials called for calm following charges being dismissed against Officer Mark Dial in the shooting death of Eddie Irizarry. Action News' Christy Aletto joining us here live now in Center City with more. And Christy, police stressing that those we're seeing doing these acts not necessarily a part of the protest from earlier.
And that's right, Shari. And I want to set the scene here on Walnut Street because it pretty much looks like a labyrinth of yellow crime scene tape. Now, from what we can see, it looks like 15th Street all the way to 18th Street have been blocked off. And within the confines of those blocks are stores like the Apple Store that were hit by looters. Now, like you mentioned, police say that they don't believe the individuals responsible are tied to that peaceful protest from earlier. I did speak to Commissioner Stanford by phone, and he says that the individuals that have been detained range from teens to young adults, and they have even recovered one weapon. They're still processing a lot of the people that have been detained, but they don't believe that they were tied to that protest, that they were just in fact trying to take advantage of what was happening at City Hall. But again, I want to go to some video because they targeted a lot of stores here in both Center City and Rittenhouse. This is the Foot Locker along Chestnut Street, and you can see crowds of people running in and out of the stores carrying merchandise, clothes, shoes, all weaving in and out of traffic on Chestnut Street. And then we even spoke to a witness who was in Rittenhouse. I'm going to go to this video because this is video outside of the Lululemon store on Walnut. A witness says that she and her friends were sitting across the street at A Bar at 18th and Walnut when they suddenly saw a crowd of teens swarm the doors and then began looting the store.
Saw a bunch of people just go into the Lululemon, clothes everywhere.
What was running through your mind?
I'm sitting by a window. I'm just gonna look the other way. This is, yeah, it's kind of scary.
Yeah. The Apple Store looks pretty cleaned out.
Really?
Yeah, except for computer monitors, but all the Apple Watches, iPhones look pretty.
What do you make of that when you see all of this happening?
I mean, well, we watched the Lululemon thing happen, and that was concerning just because it looked like a lot of people got arrested at first, but they kind of let everybody go.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, I would say 30 plus people around the opposite direction away from the scene, and then everything died down. Yeah.
Again, this is a live look at the Apple Store where police investigators are still trying to process this scene. They have multiple scenes that they're at. Again, the Lululemon store, the Foot Locker. We also heard about a Nordstrom Rack. Again, I did speak with Commissioner Stanford. He said that they do not believe that these individuals that were behind the looting are tied to the protest that happened at City Hall, that they were just trying to take advantage of that situation. They are still trying to process all of the people that they have detained, and that is going to take some time. So we won't even have a real number of how many people were taken into custody or being processed until probably tomorrow morning. They also did recover a weapon, but we will have more information on that as we continue to follow this developing story. Live here in Rittenhouse, Christy Aletto for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Gray and Shari?
Yeah, images we really don't want to have to report on, and it looks just like a lot of bad behavior. Okay, Christy, thanks.